Come on, man. How hard is it for Call of Duty to do something right for once? This isn't rocket science, it's a video game. Sledgehammer just ruined one of the only things Vanguard had going for it, and that's the Mastery Camo grind. They just ruined the Atomic Camo. They didn't change how it looks, so it still looks the exact same, but they just made the camo so much easier to unlock. And for a casual player that plays the game not so often, that's probably a good thing, right? Because now the Atomic Camo's way easier to unlock for them. And even if they don't want Atomic, if they just want Diamond or Gold on a specific set of weapons, it's a lot easier for them, and that's great for them. But for everyone else who has already unlocked the Atomic Camo or was saving the Atomic grind for the summer where they wanted to put in a little bit of extra time and get the camo, because the challenge is so much easier, the grind just might not be worth it anymore for a lot of players. For me, I love to brag that I unlocked the Atomic Camo the literal hardest way possible, where you had to get 100 Bloodthirsties on the 3-line sniper at one point, and where all the challenges were the hardest, where you had to get point blank kills with the sniper rifle. I did Atomic the hardest way possible. And since they keep making the camo challenge easier and easier, it takes away the prestige that the camo has. And I agree, changing the point blanks for the sniper rifles and the 100 Bloodthirsties for the 3-line, those are obvious changes that needed to be made. Same with all the camo bugs where camo challenges weren't tracking properly. Those are things that obviously needed to be fixed, even though I completed those challenges when they were harder. But changing a lot of the camo requirements from 100 headshots and 100 long shots to 50, that just makes the camo challenges almost too easy. Even in a game like Black Ops 2, where camos were extremely easy to get, you still had to get 100 headshots then, so I don't know why they're making it so easy right now. And they're not only just making the camo challenges easier, they increase the amount of weapon XP you get per kill, which is a great thing. And from first-hand experience, I can say that the old XP rates before they buffed it was horrible. It would take me like 3 hours of in-game playtime to get a gun to max level without double weapon XP. Good thing back in the day, there was like literally a double weapon XP month. I think it was like December. It seemed like there was always double weapon XP active in the game, but it's a good thing that they fixed that as well. So there are some positives towards the Atomic Camo, but Sledgehammer's just killing their own game. Look at it this way. A lot of players are going to be playing Vanguard to get the Atomic Camo to use in Warzone, or to level up meta weapons for Warzone. A lot of people make the reference that multiplayer is just a weapon leveling simulator so you can use your guns in Warzone, and I understand that to an extent, and for some players that's definitely how multiplayer is these days in Call of Duty. But having the Atomic Camo be as easy as it is to unlock now, that's just going to make the players that are playing Vanguard for that camo finish the camo much faster and leave the game as fast as possible. So they're shortening the lifespan that some players would be playing Vanguard for, all because the grind that they're there to do is now extremely easy to complete. And I'm not trying to gatekeep mastery camos because it's something that I really enjoy doing. And one part that I really like about the mastery camos is not a lot of people will go for them. So when you have a mastery camo, people kind of look up to you in a sense that, oh wow, that person put in a lot of work. But I don't mind a lot of people going for mastery camos. It makes the grind more fun because then you can play with more friends and you have more to relate with other players in the game. And grinding mastery camos, at least for me, and I'm hoping for a lot of other people as well, it makes the game a lot more enjoyable than it would be without it. And there's a very fine balance with mastery camos when it comes to Call of Duty, because you have to have the mastery camos actually mean something so people want to go unlock it. But the mastery camo should also be accessible to casual players where they don't have to get 100 Bloodthirsties with a single sniper rifle in order to get it gold. There has to be that fine balance. And I understand that that balance is going to be a hard thing to figure out. I think the perfect balance for mastery camos was Cold War. I would say Modern Warfare's challenges were easy, but the grind was tedious. Same thing with the Atomic Camo grind. Challenges were easy, it's just the level up grind was super tedious. But at this rate, they should just make the Atomic Camo accessible to everyone. Who cares if you have to get camo challenges? You can just equip Atomic right off the bat. Atomic Camo has lost most of its meaning already, because at the beginning of launch, we had the Atomic Camo glitch where you could apply any camo you wanted onto any weapon, regardless of if you had it unlocked or not. That eventually got patched about a month later, and on top of that, you had a lot of the camo challenges not tracking at all. So there's a lot of players who were going for Atomic at the beginning of the game, and then they hit the wall of the camo bugs that stopped them from going further, and then they just gave up on the grind. Even some people in my comment section say they have 2 or 3 guns left, like the STG and the M1 Grand and the Panzerfaust, but they never ended up getting them gold because of the bugs that persisted in the game. And even though it's just 3 weapons left to go, they have no interest in unlocking the Atomic Camo anymore because of that. And now the Atomic Camo is even easier to unlock than ever, which has its pros and cons, but it doesn't matter because Sledgehammer can't commit to keeping the camo challenge a specific way. Sure, change the XP rates, that's a much needed change. Fix the bugs and the glitches when it comes to the Atomic Camo. But don't just out of the blue make it extremely easy to unlock, hoping more players are going to come and play your game, because I promise you, a lot of players are going to see this new update and say, hey, I'm going to grind Atomic Camo. They'll finish the Atomic Camo a lot faster than they once did, and then they're just going to leave the game and never think about Vanguard ever again. I understand it's going to bring players to the game, but it's not going to retain any of those players. I guarantee a lot of players that are just going to play for Atomic Camo aren't going to finish the Atomic Camo and have this huzzah moment of, this game's really good, I'm going to continue playing. No, they're going to go back to Warzone. And on top of that, them making the challenge easier takes away content from the game and things to achieve. There's no classic prestige mode, so your level doesn't mean anything. There's no 100%er challenges or any rare challenges to complete in the game. And now the one thing that there is there to grind is a lot easier than it once was. So they're just killing their own game at this point, and I can't give them any sympathy for it. Imagine if in 2 months from now, they increase the headshots and long shot requirements to 200. Sure, it'll make the challenge a lot harder, but it makes them look even worse because they keep flip-flopping and switching the challenges. I don't know why commitment is such a hard thing for Sledgehammer to grasp, and there would be no issue whatsoever if the game launched with only challenges requiring 50 long shots or 50 headshots. No one would know the difference. But they keep changing the requirements and it makes them look bad. It makes them look like bigger jokes than the people that already grinded the Atomic Camo when it was a really hard challenge to do. And I say hard, meaning harder than a lot of the other challenges in the game. Atomic isn't a difficult challenge to do, it's definitely tedious, but even the average Call of Duty casual can unlock this camo if they set their mind to it. And I'm really confident when I say this, the majority of players that had a goal of getting the Mastery Camo in Vanguard before the game even came out, they probably already have the Mastery Camo. And just like me, they probably did the exact same thing with Cold War and Modern Warfare. Grind the camo, and then use it freely and just kind of sit back and casually play the game. Except with Vanguard and how unpopular the game is, I doubt a lot of people with the Atomic Camo are just going to sit back and casually play the game. They're probably playing Elden Ring or Warzone or their favorite other franchise. It's just such a weird change. And from what I've been looking at when it comes to updates, I can't find a single explanation they had for this change. So I just drew from conclusion, they just wanted to make the challenge easier to entice players to play their less than mediocre game. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. This has to be one of the biggest jokes that I can think of when it comes to camo history in Call of Duty. I'm about to head out. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day. And if there is one, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.